What if I tell you that you can start speaking Spanish in any context with only 3 verbs? Sounds pretty amazing, right? I can guarantee you that after mastering these 3 main verbs, you are gonna rock and roll with your Spanish speaking fluency. Really. Today, I'm sharing with you the top 3 verbs to get you fluent in Spanish. And obviously, I'm here to help you. I'm not just gonna, give you the verbs and tell you go and explore the Spanish language by yourself. I will also share some meaningful and useful sentences for you. And also at the end of the video, you will find practical exercises to get you started. If that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned. Let's go. Vamos. As you may know, I'm a language teacher, but I am completely against teaching grammar rules. I don't like them at all. However, I know that some of you are completely freak grammar rule people, and did you really need the rule in order to understand a little bit? So here's the deal. I will explain a little bit of the grammar rules, the very basics, and after that just focus on the repetition itself rather than trying to understand every single step of the grammar rule. If your goal is to speak Spanish fluent, these are the steps that you should be following. The step 1 will be how to say I, you, he, and she, which are yo, tú, él, ella. You might be wondering, why don't we just learn also the we or you all for and also the they? As I said, I recommend you to be practical when you're learning and prioritizing what is really important for you at your level. And I'm sure that you're going to use the I or he, she form more than the they or we form. Don't you think? The next step is to master the verbs. To want, to have, can, which are querer, tener, poder. If you notice, these 3 verbs can be combined with almost every single verb. That's why they are so important. You can say, I want to go, I have to study, can I tell you? If you can master them, then the rest of the verbs will be just an addition to these extremely important fundamentals in Spanish. Alright, now let's practice them in context. We are going to use the same verb in every single example so that you can focus on the other 3 main verbs. Our example verb will be hablar, to speak, and we will use it this way. I want to speak Spanish. I have to speak Spanish. I can speak Spanish. Yo quiero hablar español. Yo tengo que hablar español. Yo puedo hablar español. Now, can you guess how to say the negative form of those sentences? I don't want to speak Spanish. I don't have to speak Spanish. I can't speak Spanish. Yo no quiero hablar español. Yo no tengo que hablar español. Yo no puedo hablar español. Alright, now let's move on to the you form. Tú. Tú. You want. You have to. You can. Tú quieres. Tú tienes que. Tú puedes. Now try to say these sentences. Do you want to speak Spanish? Do you have to speak Spanish? Can you speak Spanish? ¿Quieres o tú quieres hablar español? ¿Tienes o tú tienes que hablar español? ¿Puedes o tú puedes hablar español? If you notice, in Spanish you can say tú puedes or yo quiero or quiero. The pronouns yo, tú, you don't really need to use them. This is simply because you understand from the verb conjugated the person that is referring to. Let's now check the he or she form. Él o ella. He wants. Él quiere. She wants. Ella quiere. How would you say? He has to. Él tiene que. She has to. Ella tiene que. He can. Él puede. She can. Ella puede. To practice this, let's do a fill in the blank, and I will leave out the querer, tener, and poder, and you will have to fill it in the blank, okay? I want to speak Spanish. Yo quiero hablar español. I can speak un poco de español. Yo puedo hablar un poco de español. You have to visitar España en vacaciones. Tú tienes que visitar España en vacaciones. You have to visit Spain in holidays. Can you speak English? ¿Puedes hablar inglés? Now I'm gonna leave you a list of some other verbs that you can start combining with these three main verbs and start creating your own sentences. Ir a España. To go to Spain. Comer tapas. To eat tapas. Beber algo. To drink something. Estudiar. To study. Entender. To understand. Aprender. To learn. I hope you found this video helpful and that you can get started to speak your first sentences in Spanish. Write in the comments a new sentence where you can use now these three main verbs. See you in the next video. Adiós.